Icarax here, and today we have another video, and today we talk about the revenue you're gonna make with the different animals in Cropbytes. We're gonna calculate it down on one corn crop, and we will see how much revenue you can generate from the different animals. To get an overview, we have here the trade center, and actually here you can see the different prices, and I use them in my calculations to have the actual results for the prices. Okay, and here we start. I made some table, and we start with the current corn price, which I looked up like some days ago. It was one amount of corn crop, corn feed, sorry, was 0.42 trons. Okay, and the current change from game coins to Tron is, for one game coin you get 1.5 Trons. And actually, I checked for the different animals. Here we have the P1 hen, the P1 goat, the P1 cow, and I also own the Highland cow and the eager. You can watch it in your sheds, and you can see the stats here, how much they take, how much they give, and so you can calculate the actual cost and revenue. And in this calculation I used the current corn price. So in the case you don't have big farmland and you really need to buy those corn feeds for your animals, and you will sell the products they produce because your farm isn't big enough, so you cannot produce it on your own. You're gonna buy and sell like this. And actually, yeah, your animal products are your make your revenue. So actually, for one milk which you trade in at the GameCoin Center, you get 0.19084 game coins. For one egg you get 0.09542 game coins, and you can convert these game coins into trons when you sell those game coins on the market, of course. And I calculated this using the formula like this, times the here this trade, so times 1.5, you get this TRX per one milk. You get 0.28 trons, and one egg you get 0.14 trons each egg. Okay, so you can see those stats here. We start with the P1 hen, and actually it takes one corn feed and it gives 4 eggs for this. So actually we have the revenue from one corn crop. We can see here, like you have one corn crop and you like feed this to this animal, you get out 4 eggs. This means we have 4 times this amount of TRX, and we subtract from it the actually current corn price which we paid for this corn feed. And what we get is what we get out is actually 0.14 TRX. And if you use 1000 corn crops and you feed this to the P1 hen, you get out 145 TRX. Okay, so that's the first animal, and it's quite a good revenue so far. The next animal is the P1 goat, and you see it takes 3 corn feed and it gives 3 milk for that. And here we have the same calculation. We get the revenue like 3 times the TRX we own with selling the milk which it produced, and we subtract it from the corn price, or the price we need to give for the corn feed in the case we buy it. So in the end we're at negative actually, and we have minus 0.14 TRX, and times 1000 crops we have then minus 141 TRX. So you actually will lose money with this animal in the long term, as the corn feed is that high in price actually. You know, the corn feed price is also changing a lot, and depending on that, of course, I used this time this price. So if you have another price, you can even make more or less revenue with the animals. Okay, the next one is the P1 cow. It takes 5 corn feed and it gives 4 milk, and we have the same formula. We get out 0, again negative 19 TRX or minus 198 TRX. So this is so far the most most bad revenue we can get. We lose the most money with it actually. The next one is the Highland cow. Then it takes 8 corn feed and it gives a huge amount of 12 milks. So actually with this one we also don't make a big revenue. We're actually small in the plus, so like 0.0018 or 19 TRX with 1 corn feed. And if you use 1000 corn feeds, you have one like close to 2 TRX, which is also like nothing actually for that huge amount of corn feed you would feed to it. Okay, so with this current feed price, it's also not very lucrative. The next one is then the eager. It's again the hen, so it uses 2 corn feed and gives 4 eggs. And in this case we're again also negative, so we have minus 14 TRX or minus 141 TRX with this corn price. So actually in this case the only really lucrative animal is the P1 hen in this case, where we get 14 TRX, 0.14 TRX per 1 crop. Okay, so if you have more animals and you have like 1000 animals per day and you feed 1000 crops per day, you would make a revenue of 145 TRX each day with this current corn price. And we can now check for the corn price we have today. And we just gonna check here this chart on Cropbytes.com. I mean, it's also in the game and you can always check it, and it's really changing a lot. So let's see for the corn feed. Here we have it, and the current price is around 0.341, and we can actually type it in here. 341, okay. And it will now calculate our values. And with this corn feed price, we get a revenue of 0.23 TRX for the P1 hen, so it's even greater this time. With the P1 goat, we're still in minus actually, 0.05 TRX. With the P1 cow, of course, it's the less lucrative, so we're also still in the negative. With the Highland cow, we're finally still only small in the plus here with 0.08 TRX, and the eager is also still negative actually with negative 0.05 TRX. Okay, so you see, you really need to check the animals on which are actually lucrative and with which you actually gonna lose money. So maybe let's do some experiment and do here 0.2 TRX. I don't know how the prices are gonna develop, but maybe you can make a good price and get this corn feed to this price, 0.2 TRX per 1 unit. So in this case, in the P1 hen, we're positive 0.37 TRX, which is a lot. The P1 goat is also here positive. Even the P1 cow is then finally positive, but with a really small value. The Highland cow with 0.22 TRX and the eager with 0.08 TRX. Okay, so what this shows, if you're really not have this big farm and you're really buying your corn feed which you're feeding to your animals, you should really check on the price really, and in this case it's also really important which animals you have, which ones you use, so you should really take care of it so you don't lose money and you actually make revenue and start earning, and you can actually grow your farm, you know. So I think I'm gonna get some more animals and I will show some more animals and stats about more animals. This is the current selection I own in my farm, so this is the only experience I got, and I will make some new showcases in the next time for you to stay tuned and to be informed about the game. And so I just want to thank you for watching, and go on playing Cropbytes, and see you in a while. Thanks, goodbye.